My name is Svetlana. I'm from Estonia, and I'm the teacher of English. And mostly I teach adults. And why I came here, because I felt really interested in this training, because in our traditional lessons we lack of this some creational points, some points that can make the lessons more interesting. That's why I'm here. I need some methods, I need some techniques, I need some creative ideas to make my lessons more inspirational. I have learned a lot. First of all, before I thought that yes, okay, creativity. If you want to be creative, you can read some theoretical books and you can apply that in your job, but that really doesn't work. I think that the only thing that works, you can really feel that in practice, while you see how others perform the activities, how they participate. You can really feel what you can take and what you can use in your job. The most interesting exercises were the exercises that were connected with movement and with sounds, and I suppose that storytelling that connected with tastes and smells that we haven't tried yet. It will be also very interesting, because I can see that people really can open up and they can relax when they move, when they try some unreal methods like explaining some objects, ordinary objects, but with the help of some creative techniques. That was really interesting. Of course, I consider myself as a storyteller, because I'm the teacher and I'm the main performer in my classroom. And usually I tell the stories to my students about my life, about my childhood, and we have different topics on our lessons about superstitions, about success, and every time the story has to be different. And the only thing I did before is that I tried to start my story, and I asked my students to continue the story. That was the only method, the only thing that I asked my students to do. And now I can improvise and I can implement different kinds of methods I've learned here. It's not so easy to do, to engage all the senses of the audience. We have done the task here now about the story, and I could really see that in practice, that if you are reading your story, just reading from your paper, you cannot just engage all the senses of your audience. But when you are improvising, when you are emotional, you can see that you can trigger the emotions of your audience, and they start to feel about your story more interesting. And also you can use some illustrations, you can use for example also some real physical objects, and so it helps, it really helps. A storyteller can become more creative if he or she uses everything that we are studying here. If we just listen and do not try to look how it works in practice, it will not help. You have to practice yourself individually, and to become more creative. I mean, to use some visuals, to use music as a background when you tell the story, and really tunes the mood of your audience. Yeah, I liked one activity. It was called Voices, when one person was telling the beginning of the story, and the voices do to other people. They answer the questions that the audience asked them. So it's a good activity for my students because everybody is involved, and you can practice asking the questions, because it's one of the points when you're studying grammar, and when others they are answering, I think they are not so concentrated on the grammar itself. Even they are just feel themselves more inspirational, and they like to attract the audience, other students, and it's a good activity to play each other together. My favorite story was the story about the bug that Sandra told us during this course, and why I liked that, it was really, the plot was very interesting. It was about animals, because I'm such kind of naturalistic, I like this naturalistic methods approach to learning, and I like that because I was myself participating in that, and somehow I could overcome my fear of public speaking, because I was so excited about that, and I was so excited about telling this story in different languages. I have never seen that before.